Amoonguss has always been a force to be reckoned with in competitive Pokemon due to its incredible utility and defensive typing. It's been a staple of the format and has been omnipresent for a number of years. The same can't be said about its Paradox counterpart, however. Brute Bonnet has never been terribly bad in any capacity, but it's never really had its moment, until now. You see, in single restricted, Brute Bonnet didn't have a lot of roles on the team, but it did have a few standout performances. That being said, in the new format of Regulation I, where 2 restricted Pokemon are legal, Brute Bonnet has been having somewhat of a resurgence. Its unique properties as a powerful offensive grass and dark type alongside its incredible bulk and utility make it a Swiss Army knife of a Pokemon. But just how strong is it? Let's discuss that and try it out on the ladder in our first Regulation I laddering session. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video at any point in time, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. As a matter of fact, you should really just subscribe right now because I have a playlist full of content just like this that you can watch once this video ends. And if you think you're subscribed, do me a favor and double check because a lot of my viewers actually aren't. With that, let's get into the video. But not before I plug my YouTube channel memberships. If you click the join button, not only do you get access to bonus videos every week and access to my podcast with Jody Azzarelli, but you also can join my members only Discord where we team build and discuss Pokemon broadly. You also get a badge by your name in the comments and in my live streams, and you get to see your name at the end of these videos. Lots of cool perks there, so consider supporting me with the channel membership. Now back to the video. Compared to Amoonguss, Brute Bonnet actually has far superior bulk, but this is mainly meant to offset its horrible defensive typing, along with compensating for its lack of the ability Regenerator. See, Amoonguss is generally going to take far less damage than Brute Bonnet, since as a grass poison type it resists more moves. It's also going to stay active in a match much longer due to Regenerator healing it for 33% every time it switches out. Brute Bonnet exchanges these valuable properties for its great offensive potential. I mean, it's got a whole 127 attack. Its Sucker Punch is comparable in damage to Urshifu's Single Strike, meaning it can threaten the likes of Calyrex Shadow and Calyrex Ice for pretty major damage, not to mention Lunala. Not only that, but it also has the ability to boost its defenses in the sun with Photosynthesis. This causes Brute Bonnet to actually have much greater longevity than would be expected out of such an offensive Pokemon. And this trait, stacked on top of it maintaining access to Rage Powder and Spore, means that Brute Bonnet can work double duty. Not only does it have the ability to threaten things for major damage with its stab moves, but it has the ability to threaten sleep on opposing Pokemon like Iron Hands and Calyrex Ice despite the seemingly negative matchup. It can even redirect attacks like Electro Drift away from partner Pokemon with Rage Powder, and being a dark type means it can't be affected by Prankster, Encore, or Taunt. For these reasons, Brute Bonnet has become a credible threat on Koraidon Lunala teams, since the Sun Boost and a good defensive Terra allow for Brute Bonnet to take on Pokemon like Calyrex Ice, a Pokemon which would normally be a very negative matchup for Koraidon. Really, Brute Bonnet has become sort of a matchup patcher for Sun teams overall. So with that, let's try it out and see just what it's capable of on the ladder. Okay, we are doing our first Regulation I laddering session. Like I said, we're going to be trying out Brute Bonnet. Brute Bonnet was pretty cool in Regulation G. It had a couple of like really good finishes, but it really just sort of took off at the start of Regulation I, which is really cool. You could say it's for a couple of reasons. It has like a good matchup into Lunala. It has a really good matchup into, if you like Terra Water, Calyrex Ice, and also it just is a phenomenal Koraidon partner for that reason. Like being able to Terra Water, put to sleep Calyrex Ice, and then just like win the match. It's just so good. I am exhausted. I like slept for an hour last night because I had to pick up my buddy Conrad from the airport this morning. So I'm trying to get this video edited so I can take a nap before I have to go back to the airport to pick up my buddies Carl and Kevin so we can go to Milwaukee Regionals. So just know that this is coming out. I am editing it and recording it all at like freaking, it's like 10 a.m. right now. And all I want to do is go to bed. All I want to do is go to bed. So this might be a little bit of a shorter video. I have to drive like an hour and a half to Milwaukee. So got to make sure I'm rested. But yeah, this is just going to be, it's based off of my buddy Ellie's team. She actually like used this against me in the tournament video that I uploaded on Tuesday. That being said, oh look, we're also facing another Brute Bonnet. That being said, I did sort of mess with the EVs and a little bit of the movesets. So it is like my own spin on her team. But yeah, let's see. The main gist of the team is just like Koraidon Sun. Like Koraidon Sun is just absolutely broken. I kind of like my Trick Room mode here. Well, no, I think I just like Koraidon. I think Koraidon is just broken. We can do, trying to think, how do I beat this? Cali Shadows Amazonta with Koraidon Sun. Trick Room's very good, obviously. Like, that's like a solid option here. I think we just have to go for that, right? Like, we get like Rage Powder, Trick Room, Sucker Punch is quite strong here. Let's do that, right? I think we can lead off with Brute Bonnet and Lunala. Koraidon. Yeah, and Ursaluna. That's probably what I want to do. Rage Powder Trick Room's going to be very good. I am so sleepy. Let's just try to get our 3 matches done today and take a nap. After I edit this, of course. All right. We see a Brute Bonnet lead. Lunala, Brute Bonnet. Not the best for me. Not the best for me, to be honest. They do threaten sleep against me. I can threaten sleep against them. I guess Meteor Beam isn't a bad play. I would have to Terra Water, though, to make sure that I don't immediately just get annihilated by, like, a Sucker Punch. And I can't really Trick Room. It's actually a little bit rough. Yeah, I think I just have to Terra Water Meteor Beam. That kind of sucks. Terra Water Meteor Beam. And I'm actually just going to go into my Ursaluna right away. Because I don't have Protect on this Brute Bonnet. Yeah, I don't want to have to deal with, like, Sucker Punch just dealing a ton of damage. And I mean, like, defensively, this is probably what I would have to click anyways. Just Freak Wind Storm. Hopefully no speed drop. Meteor Beam, we're going to get that KO pretty early. And Ursaluna's not in a bad spot as long as I didn't Spore into it. Nice. Okay. Here's the Spore into the Lunala. That's what I figured. That's why I kind of like Safety Goggles Lunala over Meteor Beam. Just really reliable. What's Brute Bonnet's base speed again? I have to double check. Pretty sure it's, like, decently fast. Not, like, super fast, though. Yeah, 55. Meanwhile, Ursaluna is, like, 50, right? Yeah, so it should outspeed me, which could be a little bit annoying. It's probably just in my best interest to Moongeist Beam right here and Protect. I'm not going to wake up, but it's still useful. I'd imagine it's just body press play here. Yeah. And I can't go into Koraidon just yet. See if they Seed Bomb. Yep. It's going to do a decent amount. I would argue... And is my play here to Trick Room? No, I can't really do that. I do still have to Moongeist Beam is the thing. I need that damage. Can't switch into Brute Bonnet just yet. This is a little bit tricky. Like, this matchup is definitely a little difficult. Let's go for the Facade. Into the Bonnet. Probably not going to get it off, but if I wake up, that'd be great. Trying to see if I can, like, bring this back with just Koraidon and Bonnet. Probably not. And again, I could just go for Spore. Like, it is just free Spore plus Protect, then KO the Bonnet. And Bonnet's at full health, so it likely just lives the close combat in the sun. Well, I guess it depends. If they're like attack boosting, they shouldn't. I definitely live the body press, I can tell you that much. Let's see. Attack? Defense was heightened. Okay. So they definitely live this close combat if they Terra. I'm going to go for the Spore into you. I'm trying to think. Is it smarter just to Flame Charge or just go for the KO with Flare Blitz? I think it's smarter just to go for the close combat, right? I could also just protect here. I think I protect, and the reason I protect is because if I close combat, I can drop the body press, and I prefer for the Zamazenta to be asleep before I have to do that, especially since I know I live the body press from 156 Impish with my Sun Boost. That just gives you the best shot of winning. They should Rage Powder, right? Yep. Okay, apparently I don't live that. Oh, that explains it. Okay. Well, that's a little bit unfortunate. I had the play right. Because what I would have just done there is I Spore the Zamazenta. You Spore the Zamazenta, and then you go for the close combat into the Brute Bonnet, and then you have, like, Sucker Punch for, you have Sucker Punch for Kali Shadow. So that's a little bit unfortunate. I guess we just forfeit there then. Like, we just don't win that. That's kind of annoying. But I mean, like, we literally faced off against a Brute Bonnet, so whatever. We had the Brute Bonnet showcase regardless. But yeah, that was annoying. All right. Let's get another one. I'm actually really happy I can finally do ranked Reg I because I was playing so many casual Reg I matches that I'm just like, you don't get good matches that way. Sometimes it's just like, there were literally times I was just playing like Reg I teams against Reg G teams because that's like the best I could get that day. Jaden rank 9. Okay, whoa. All right, buddy. Cooking a little hard there, aren't you? Fusion Flare and Fusion Bolt. I forget how those moves work together, to be honest, but they basically have nothing for Bonnet. I can literally just lead off like this, and there isn't really a downside, especially since I'm Terra Water. They're definitely not going to go for the electric move into me. And Lunala as well. It's just, like, super good here. I would argue Lunala lead is just optimal every single time. We definitely bring this guy, and it's, like, the exact same Pokemon. Yeah. Really curious what they're going to do with this, though. Like, Zekrom and Kyurem? I'll make a video about the duo, but Jimothy Cool already made a video about them with, like, the exact title I was planning to use. I guess for me, it matters a little bit more, though, since I'm playing dual restricted. Like, my specific take on this duo is, they're pretty bad. They're pretty bad. They're pretty bad. The Arch is also a little bit confusing. I'd imagine it's got to be Sunny Day, right? Otherwise, there's no reason to run Reshiram. Triple Dragon. No, they have Quadruple Dragon. Huh. The Archaldon's throwing me off, though. Like, what is this Archaldon doing on this team? What is a polar bear doing in Arlington, Texas? All right. Dude, I can't wait for this nap after I make this video. Whimsicott Archaldon. Beautiful because I let off with Bonnet. Should always just be able to Trick Room Spore, right? Maybe not always if they have Taunt, but the Spore's still just absurdly good, so I'm going to try to Trick Room. Moonblast shouldn't get one shot. Snarl, that's fine. I get the Trick Room off, which is huge. I can send in Ursaluna now. And I'll just break this Focus Sash. And just Seed Bomb. Seed Bomb into you, send in the Ursaluna. Snarl wasn't gonna matter much because I was just gonna switch out anyways. And my Shadow Shield keeps me pretty safe. Definitely AV though. Very safe to target into that. And yeah, Encore was pretty predictable. Let's break that Focus Sash. Chaldon can't wake up this turn, which is great. I'm gonna Facade for that reason. Let's just go for the Facade into the right slot. I'm also gonna Spore. Yeah, we'll Spore into right slot as well as Facade, just in case they want to switch into something cheeky. It's not like I get much out of going for like any kind of attack here. I'd rather not defense boost this thing. Our Chaldon's fast asleep, awesome. And I might just KO my own Brute Bonnet now, to be honest. Like, I can Sucker Punch and click Earthquake. Right? So I at least get value out of it this turn. But to be honest, like, yeah, if it's Zekrom, it's just a Sucker Punch Earthquake play, right? I can't really send in Lunala yet. Lunala's here for, like, wide guarding. So yeah, let's just Sucker Punch Earthquake. I protect the Zekrom, that's fine. I KO my own Brute Bonnet, which Brute Bonnet probably doesn't even drop to this. The whole goal here is to be able to wide guard next to this Ursaluna. But I really doubt our Chaldon eats this. Oh, it does. Let's see if it stays asleep, though. Potential for it to stay asleep one more turn. Chaldon wakes up. They just Snarl again. Okay, interesting play. Interesting play. I'm just going to go for Sucker Punch Earthquake again. There isn't really anything stopping me from doing that. Sucker Punch, Earthquake. And like, even when Trick Room ends, my Koraidon outspeeds both these Pokemon, and I can just go for close combat, so I'm not really concerned. Try to go for the double protect. Yeah, no, it's cooked for them. It's cooked for them. Nice. Might get 4 games, depending on how long this last game takes, because, I mean, we kind of just... We got owned last game. We're owning them this game. It's kind of going by really quick. Sending Koraidon on here. Just go for Headlong Rush and close combat. Don't need to overthink it. I guess Facade's better. Just in case they want to do like some kind of weird defensive Terra, like flying. Yeah, no, they just forfeit. Sick. Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, that was a pretty decent Bonnet showcase. I mean, it did everything it needed to. It clicked friggin' Spore. It didn't redirect anything. Failed to get a Sucker Punch off, but it did break a Focus Sash. I'd like to see a game where I face, like, Calyrex Ice in Sun and I get to, like, Spore things and, like, Terra Water and whatever, but sometimes that isn't just... Sometimes you just don't pull the matchup you need, you know? Okay, yeah, Cali Ice Miraidon. This is basically the matchup I wanted to try to showcase Brute Bonnet. Brute Bonnet definitely shows up to this game. The only thing that kind of gives me pause is the Volcarona, which can be a little bit annoying, but Get a lot of value out of Koraidon here. Obviously. Obviously a lot of value. I think I do Koraidon and Lunala. Brute Bonnet. Do I really just keep leaving Incineroar at home? I don't think I leave Incineroar at home. I think Incineroar is way too good. I don't even think I bring Ursaluna this game. Then again, Ursaluna under Trick Room could just reverse sweep them is the thing. I kind of need... I feel bad just bringing the exact same Pokemon every single time, but like, the reverse sweep threat is way too good to like pass up, you know? Like if they set up Trick Room, they just get Earthquaked on and the match ends. And they kind of need to set up Trick Room. Alright. Oh, yo. I forgot. I was playing Pokemon TCG Pocket. Let's see if I get the Rayquaza EX from the pack. There's a drop event going on right now. Hold on. This is the bonus content you guys signed up for. Check this out. Check this out. Check this out. Let's open up this pack. I got a Farfetch'd. Cool. Alright. Let's see. Iron Valiant, Koraidon, or Iron Valiant, I can't speak. Iron Valiant, Calyrex. I mean, Meteor Beam here is pretty good. Probably just gonna get Spirit Broken. Definitely want to save my Terra. I think I always just Meteor Beam, don't I? Like, it's free damage. I could try to burn my Terra right now. And that's, like, not the worst. Brute Bonnet definitely eats a Glacial Lance with the defense boost is the thing. But not if it gets, like, a... Not if this thing gets a KO. And it kind of depends what the Calyrex Terra is. I'm going to say Protect is my best play here, and we just go for the Meteor Beam. Why not? These things usually don't have a way of hitting... hitting Lunala. Let's see if they Protect. I don't really care either way, but I'd prefer if they didn't. Alright, that's fine. Lunala gets a 2 attack here. I think they're just going to go for coaching, aren't they? If that's the case, I think my play here is just Terra Fire Close Combat. And the reason I Close Combat is because they're probably Terra Fire themselves. I think my play is just Terra Fire Close Combat and Moongeist Beam. Because they're probably just coaching. And I don't want to get Spirit Broken. And if they do switch into Miraidon, they just lose Miraidon and Iron Valiant this turn. But they let me get away with a little bit too much there, I think. Maybe they, like, Encore me into Protect. That's, like, an option, I guess. But I'm not, like, super concerned about that. Pretty sure they're just coaching. It's probably, like, coaching Wide Guard, Spirit Break, Protect. But they might have Encore. Hoping they don't. Alright, what's your Terra? Okay, please don't have Encore, because this is a really good turn for me. Alright, nice. They just went for coaching. The double up should still KO. I'm pretty sure the double up KOs, right? I mean, it's literally a +1 Lunala and a Life Orb Close Combat. Yeah, this will KO. I'm fine. They also burn their Terra super early. Nice. And it's probably specs in the Miraidon, so I'm just gonna double attack into it. Like, what's the issue? I could also Trick Room though. Trick Room's not like a terrible play. Like, I go for close combat and Trick Room, and if they, like, win a speed tie and KO my Koraidon, it's kind of whatever. Yeah, close combat Trick Room is, like, perfectly safe. Especially since I brought the, Ursaluna. Yeah, I do that. So they disable Moongeist Beam. You'd think they'd want to disable close combat there, but... Okay, sure, whatever. Alright, now under Trick Room, I'm able to outspeed Iron Valiant, so we'll be fine there. It's the last Mon. Bulk? Trigger F. Okay, that's fine. I can actually just go into, Actually, can I go into it? Not really. Let's just KO this thing. Whatever. I'll even Meteor Beam. I don't care. Yeah, they just forfeit. I was going to say, there's no way they win with 2 support Pokemon. The match is cooked for them. Alright, let's get one more. That one went pretty quick. I want to make sure we hit at least 30 minutes in this video. And I want to get a better, like, Brute Bonnet showcase. Like, that one, we dealt with, like, the Calyrex Ice before they even got rolling. So Brute Bonnet didn't have much to do. Okay. Inserte. This is a decent Brute Bonnet game. I mean, like, Terra Water here is actually incredible, especially with the defensive boost. I actually might just lead off with it, to be honest. Like, that's just, like, super solid. Incineroar is also very good. I think it's going to be a Brute Bonnet. Dang, it's really hard to leave Ursaluna at home, isn't it? It's really hard to leave Ursaluna at home. It's just so good. Yeah, I feel bad. Like, Incineroar and Fluttermane are just here collecting dust. They're just sitting here collecting dust. Like, there's no reason to bring them into this matchup, really. There is a case for Incineroar. I can't lie. There is a case for Incineroar, but, like, Ursaluna just goes crazy. Koraidon and Walking Wake, that's a great lead for me. Because I just get to Rage Powder Trick Room. Terra Water Rage Powder. I still defense boost. Rage Powder Trick Room. Unless they're like safety goggles and this Koraidon will be fine. I guess they could also be Snarl on the Walking Wake, but not a big deal. Probably just Hydro Steam and Flare Blitz, right? Flamethrower, that's fine. Bounces off of me. Flare Blitz. Collision Course, we'll eat that up. Look at this defense boost, dude. Dude, it does nothing. It literally does nothing. That's insane. Alright, we get Spore and we get Meteor Beam. So I'm going to say my play is Spore right slot for sure. Meteor Beam left. Surprised, like they literally hardly did half to this Brute Bonnet this turn. Okay, let's see if they protect. No protect, awesome. So this Meteor Beam is going to be doing some pretty decent damage. Not quite a KO. So go for the Draco Meteor, that's fine by me. Fine by me. I actually don't mind Earthquaking my own Lunala this turn, because it's not going to be Guts boosted. Yeah, Earthquaking my own Lunala is not a bad play, because it's not going to be Guts boosted, and I can double into the right slot. Yeah, not terrible to do this. I can actually... Let me think. How many turns of Trick Room are left? 3 turns left of Trick Room. They're probably too scared to attack with Zacian anyway, so yeah, I'll just double the right slot. They don't have any switch-ins to this to this combo of moves. Especially if they try to do Ditto. They protect the Zacian. Good. This double up should get it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that'll do it. This is +1. Nice. Okay. Yeah, we're in a pretty good spot. And if they have Ditto, it's copying my Lunala, so I don't really mind. Especially if they're like Scarf Ditto, which I think on this team they probably are. The Sash has a few other options. Yeah, it's Ditto. They have Wide Guard. They might Wide Guard here. How many turns to Trick Room are left? 2 turns left to Trick Room. Should be fine to go for like Headlong Rush. Pretty sure it's like Scarf Ditto. I think Headlong Rush Moongeist Beam's fine. Especially if it is Scarf Ditto. Yeah, we're fine. And this is why we double. Oh, okay. Terra Ghost. So they fail double protect. Find out if they're Scarf or not. Yep, looks like they're Scarf. Cool. This should just one-shot. Even with Shadow Shield. Oh, +1 doesn't do it? Okay. Oh, they're not Scarf. They just decide to reverse Trick Room. Interesting play. Not sure what that accomplishes here. Considering I can just Headlong Rush you. I guess they were just trying to get Zacian in a better position. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. That makes sense. And they're not Scarf. Noted. They do win the speed tie. Probably KO me, even through Shadow Shield, because they're +1. Yeah. I don't even have Shadow Shield anymore. I forgot I Earthquake myself. All right, nice. Yeah, this is a really solid team. This is a good team. Like I said, it's based off my friend Ellie's team, so I don't know what her EVs were. I just kind of like made my own version. But yeah, I wish we got more out of Brute Bonnet in that showcase, but it was still like a decent, like, you know, Brute Bonnet came to like every game and it did something. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed, you know, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and let me know what Pokemon I should cover in Reg I next. Let me know if you guys want that Zekrom and Reshiram video. I actually would really love to try to make those two work. All right, see you in the next one. Bye.